Right. Hello, is there anybody there? I don't know. Well, I'll just have to wait for people to come back in the room, I suppose. Yes, can you hear me okay, guys, please? That was really weird. It said that my live had been stopped because of copyrighted material. And it was for copyrighted audio or something. Hello, Tammy love. It's lovely to see you. This is the second time round, Tammy. I was live for about 4 minutes and then my live was stopped for copyrighted material. So if it goes again, I'll try one more time. And then if I'm stopped again, then I can't explain. I mean, I'm not copywriting anybody. Violating terms of service. I don't understand that. Oh, I'm not. Oh, right. I see. Then that bears out what I was saying, wasn't it? Hmm. I don't know. I haven't a clue. I don't understand it myself. I really don't. Well, that would stop Shane Dawson in his tracks, wouldn't it? Considering that's the one thing he loves to do. No, I just thought that I would pop on and, say hello and make up for not being here on Saturday. Oh, Celine. Hello, darling. It's lovely to see you. Yes, Tammy, you would have a major problem. No, what I was basically saying is that we haven't had a live in a while. I don't know how it's just slipped. I don't know. But anyway, I'm hoping to get back on the ball a little bit. And I really want to make more of a concerted effort so that all of us can get through this particular crisis together, pull together a bit more. And that's what I'm hoping to do. So we've got 8 people and 4 likes. Thank you very much. Oh, did they? Oh my God, it's Kate. Oh my God, it's Kate. Oh, you must have heard me calling for you. Oh, Kate, where have you been? You've had me worried sick. Hello, D love. Kate, I have missed you so much. I was thinking the worst. I really have. I've missed you so much. The others will tell you I've been talking about you, wondering where you were. Look, as long as you're all right. Hi, Vixen. Hello, darling. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming. This is just a totally impromptu live. I've been doing other stuff and what have you today, and I just thought, look, I've got half an hour before I go to bed. I'll come on. Oh, God, it's Amma. Hello, Amma. What a surprise. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for coming. That's really kind of you. Honestly, Kate, I kid you not. I have, last video but one, I said, if I kept talking about you, you would hear me. And honestly, I was, oh, right. Phew. I can, I can breathe a little easier now, Kate. Honestly, I've missed you. You are a sight for sore eyes. You really are. You've got some catching up with videos, my dear. You really have. Yeah, yes, Dee, I just had some nasty back cramps on Friday night. Yeah, I'm terrifically happy to see Kate because Kate's like a sister to me, and I have missed her so much. I really have. Kate, did you know there's been a missive sent out? No Pesach this year. We've just got to do Pekuach Livracha, I believe. Oh my God, it's Jay. Hello, my darling. It's lovely to see you. So yeah, next year in Jerusalem. We've been told not to celebrate Pesach this year. So, you know, we've got to look after ourselves. Saving a life is much more important, which I agree with. So, can I just ask, what are you all doing to keep yourselves occupied? Because I can let you into a secret. I've done a little bit of time travel. Yeah. Yes, that's Pharaoh, I believe. If I can get him to come beside me, I'll pick him up so you can see him. Hello, Pharaoh. Hello. Do you want to be up? Where are you? Where are you? Do you want to love? Do you want to come see the people? I don't know whether I can get him to be up. I'll oh, you're painting your back bedroom. Do you know what, Amma? I have a couple of painting jobs to do myself. Right. Where's the kitty? No, can't. He's disappeared. He's gone somewhere. But he's very much in, you know, you're trying to learn to knit. Don't ever ask me to knit. Knitting is not in my forte. I can't knit. You know, I am to knitting what I am to dieting. Not very good. You know, oh God, no, Kate. Oh Lord. Right, I understand. Yeah. Well, it's not been very warm here, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I know it's now the start of official British summertime, but try telling that to the grey skies. Right, astrophysics and calculus. Or is that astrophysics and calculus? You know? Well, like I was saying, I've been doing some time travel. And you're probably wondering, well, what do you mean by time travel? But I've actually been filming today And because all right, Jessica, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your PTSD and your panicking. But you know what, love? You have to do what is best for you. And if those things are helping, then you do it, love. Yeah. Dee, we had one day where it did feel particularly warm. But no, it's gone right back down to being cold again. So what I've been doing today is why I'm all sort of the hair mostly done and the makeup still on, is the fact that I've been filming tomorrow's video. So when you get your video tomorrow, although I'll say hi on top, it's Monday, that was a bit of a porky because it was actually this afternoon. I just took the advantage. I just felt in the mood to, you know, sort it out. So, and then at least you've got, hi, Narissa. Oh, lovely to see you, darling. So, please forgive me when you get your video tomorrow because it's ready to go through the YouTube hamster. But you're definitely getting a video tomorrow because it's made, and I got it already. Yeah, I got it done a couple of weeks ago, love. And my hairdresser now won't be back for at least 12 weeks. So that's going to be twice as long as I would normally see her. So God knows what it's going to be like. But what she did was she put more and more highlights through so that when the silver does come through, um, it sort of looks less white because I get two distinct white wings now. So I was just saying that, you know, I'm not vain, you know. Um, I can't possibly be vain, silper, sousy or what have you. But I'm not ready to go grey yet. I'm just not. I don't feel that way inclined. Yes, Tammy, that's absolutely right. Everyone is going to find out everybody else's true hair colour. I mean, I'm lucky because I've got a lovely girl called Helen who comes to my home. I mean, I've known her for years, and she comes out and she does my hair at home. But with this, we're talking about another 12 weeks. So, Jay, surely not. You're not old enough. You're only about 18 or something, Jay. When I first saw you, I thought he's only 18 or 20 at a push. You do not look your age. He just doesn't. So, Celine, your hair's lavender now. Yeah, I know that, Dee. I had my hair very, very short for my wedding, and that was just under 2 years ago. It was very short and white blonde, and it got bleached the heck out of it. So what I'm working, it's more or less all cut out now, all the bad bits, apart from this frizzy bit, which just doesn't seem to, you know. Candace is at the doctor. Is everything all right, Candice? Thank you, darling. Thank you, Jay. Can I just tell you all something special about Jay? He does the most amazing tarot readings. You know, since he opened up his new channel and he's been doing tarot readings. And I'm not just saying it because I love him. He is incredibly intuitive. He is gifted. So I would be going along and paying attention to his readings. He's great. He really is. He did a reading for me and it was scarily accurate. Scarily accurate. So I would do that. I've actually asked a huge favour of all you guys, if you can, especially while this crisis is going on, would you all be able, only if you want to, just to reach out to each other, just say hello to each other, ask each other how they're coping, how they're doing, and remind each and every one of you that you are not alone. I think that's something that a lot of people are going to be feeling at this particular time that we're going through. A lot of people are going to be feeling alone, lonely, isolated. I mean, I know we can, yes, Kat, hello. You know, did I find Ria? Yes, I did find her. I did find her. She's back. I found her in one of Jan's reviews live streams. And I said hello and I was just ignored. So I'm no wiser to what happened. None at all. Is it just the fact that you're nervous about going out, Candice? Is that what it is? Thank you, Tammy. That's a wonderful thing to do. Thank you very much. Yes, Dee, you're absolutely right. If you are a very social person, then, anyone who is a social person is going to find this particular time in their lives is going to be a challenge, right? Now, I don't want to tell you too much about what I've said in my video because if I tell you now, you'll just say, oh, she's always told me that. So, I don't need to go and watch the video. But what I basically said is that what everybody is having to go through now, that this is my life. So I'm used to not seeing anybody. I'm used to not seeing people, so, and I was a very, very social person, but now I'm used to, I'm like at the other end of the spectrum now. I could probably handle one person at a time. I don't think I could handle big groups of people anymore. I know I found my wedding really hard going. And I only had 24 people there. So, but we are going to get through this because I totally believe it. Okay, Naressa, love. You take care. Lots of love. If you can get back, that will be great. But if not, see you soon, okay, darling? Love you. No, I just think maybe we should all try doing things maybe that we haven't, tried before. Yes, do check out Jay's channel, Naressa. He's really good. You can get a private reading from him. You'll be amazed. Candace, you're going to be fine, love. Do you know what you want to do? Mentally take all of us with you. Imagine all of us with you, going to your doctors with you tomorrow. Imagine us patting you on the back and holding your hand, linking elbows and what have you, linking arms. Just imagine all of us with you. Yes, exactly, Dee. That's exactly right. Do you know what? You must have read my mind. You must have read my mind, because that was exactly what I was going to say. God, you clever girl. That is honestly, I was going to say that. This is the perfect time to, try out things that you haven't tried before. Like, yeah. The one thing in the UK, Tammy, is we can still have funerals. We're allowed to have funerals. I don't know whether it's just restricted purely to families, but that's the only thing we're allowed to have. Everything else is cancelled. I was saying to you, most of you know Margie, from the group. She sometimes goes as Odd Cup of Tea, but it's Margie Dolan in the Facebook group. Well, she's Jewish, and I was telling her tonight that there's been a message sent out, not just from Reform Judaism, but from Orthodox Judaism as well, saying that this year, what we call Pesach, Passover, has been cancelled, and we've got to focus more on Pikuach Livracha. Yeah, that's right. You can't go to shul, Kate. All the synagogues are closed. I mean, they've been emailing me, asking me how I'm doing and did I want any shopping doing and stuff like that. But they all go to the synagogue shop, and the prices are like, whoa, I'd need to get a bank loan to pay for that. So it's okay. I can get the kids to pop into Morrison's for my hobby, eating nip into Tesco. But no, there's just nowhere open. Absolutely nowhere. It's funny, isn't it, Candace? Sometimes it's something I actually, I'm going to end up telling you all what I said in tomorrow's video, so you'll know when to watch it. When I first started off the Haven, it was really, really hard for me to say what I can easily say to you now, which is I love you. Daphne, it's Daphne. Hello, my darling Daphne. It's lovely to see you. Daphne, will you mentally go with Candace to see our doctor tomorrow? We're all gathering as a big mental group to go with Candace to see our doctor tomorrow. Well, I love you too. And I do. And I've said that. You know, if I keep going on about what I've said in tomorrow's video, you'll not want to watch it. I do genuinely love you all now. But let's say if you go back 9 months, I couldn't say it then because we weren't that much of a family back then. But I can say it now because we are a family. And I think it's lovely when people can say, I love you and mean it. Because, well, specifically in my case, I can say it because I've got to know a lot of you quite well and we've bonded. Oh my God, it's Gunny. Hello, my darling. Oh, it's lovely to see you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. That's lovely. No, Kate, don't say that. Don't say that. I'm not having that. You're not saying that you're not being a good friend. No. If you've had your mum to look after, you don't. No, you can't say that. It's just been one of those things. It's happened, right? As long as you're okay now, right? And I understand what you're going through. Price gouging. Did you all hear the story about there's a shop in Scotland called Ali's Cave, and the man who owns it charged an old man of 83 £27 for a 500ml bottle of hand sanitizers. Oh, I love you too, Amma. Can I just tell everybody, if you don't know Amma, please get to know her. Please go and visit her channel. She has been doing some phenomenal readings using the Rider-Waite Tarot, particularly on Harry and Meghan. And she certainly opened my eyes to a few things. And, you know, our channel name is the same as her handle there, but she's called Amma, and she's very, very friendly, very warm, very loving, very friendly, and an extremely talented tarot reader. So we're very, very lucky. We've got Amma and we've got Jay, and I dabble a bit. So, you know, what? Let me read. What? 249 for toilet paper. They want locking up. Do you know what? The thing is, right, this guy in Scotland, he charged this old man, 83 years old, apparently had him terrified, saying, if you don't buy this hand sanitizer, you'll die of this thing that we're not really supposed to talk about. So the guy's son named and shamed him all over Facebook, and I believe it was Twitter as well. And I know a local shop near me last week, milk was 75 pence or 79 pence for a litre bottle. And this week it's £1.79. Now, You know, I mean, I have no words. I don't have the words. I think businesses and people who take advantage of the vulnerable, you know. So I'm just reading this. Trucks of toilet paper being stolen. And he had to donate the hand sanitizer. Well, good. I'm glad. Then he didn't profit from it. I'm glad. The price gouging is shameful. I bet your house smells like a flower shop, Tammy. I really do. Well, he'd have to do something, Dee. Tesco lorry was hijacked. I heard about a Sainsbury's that got ram raided. A big van went in and just chomped its way through. So, I don't know. The greed is terrible. And the food waste, there's food going into landfills. People have been so greedy that a lot of the food they've bought has gone bad because they bought far too much food for themselves. They couldn't store it, they couldn't freeze it, so it ended up in the bin. And one family threw out bananas that were perfectly good. Why couldn't they have taken them to a neighbour? This is what I don't understand. I don't understand it. And in my lifetime, I've never known anything like this. I tell you what my husband told me about 3-4 hours ago. We've all been told to self-isolate and not gather in groups of 2 or more or what have you. In Derby, either in Derby itself or Derbyshire, there was police broke into a house. There were 25 people in one room having a party, adults and children. So they've arrested the adults. It's in Derby, Kate, all right. To be honest with you, Tammy, I think people are getting ruder. I think this situation has brought out the ugly side in human beings, which is why I think it's important that we stay true to ourselves and we all get along perfectly well and we all treat each other with kindness and respect. All of us do, because we know that it's more comfortable for us. It's more like who we are, you know. So what, the pubs are open in your village? How are they getting away with that? How have the police not been called in? I don't understand that. Coughing on food on purpose. See what I mean? I don't understand people. I don't understand it. Well, places in Russia, if it's got anything to do with Vladimir Putin, he'll probably clear it up single-handedly. I don't know about Sweden, though. Yeah, that seems to be a bit messed up to me, Dee. Can't get a doctor's appointment, but I don't know. But would you want to go to the pub at times like this, really? You know, you're supposed to stay indoors and stay safe. Practice this self-isolating. And yet the pub's open where everybody's side by side. It's not worth it. I mean, I'll tell you something. And I mean, what I thought was crazy, I could see why it had happened. But the minute that the Prime Minister said the pubs are closing, it was like locusts had descended on the supermarkets, clearing out all of the alcohol, all of it. You couldn't get a bottle of anything to save your lives. Licking the arms and airplane seats. I saw one who was licking toilet seats. Well, the thing is, Dee, that's what happens. People won't take anything seriously until it happens to them. And then they expect all the sympathy in the world. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. Where were you when we needed sympathy? I remember seeing a TikTok picture or a Snapchat, I think it was, of a blonde girl licking a toilet seat on an aeroplane. They're not going to resuscitate people. They might not. Oh, dear God. Right, that's it. Not taking me away. I'll stay where I am. No, no. No, no, no. Yeah. I know there've been... the government asked for 250,000 ex-doctors, nurses to go back, and apparently 400,000 went back to work. So, but what I want to see the government do is when all this is over, I want them to see how they appreciate the doctors and nurses by making it look like they are grateful by increasing what goes into their wage packets. That's what I'd like to see. Because to me, that's the best way to say thank you. You know, it annoys me intensely when members of parliament can have a 3% pay rise immediately, and they earn 3 times what a nurse would make. And yet nurses and doctors are supposed to take 1% over 4 years. That is crazy, Tammy. Oh my goodness me. That was my argument, Dee, which is politicians don't save lives, but nurses and doctors do. So why are they not worth that kind of appreciation? Well, I agree with you there, Tammy. I just hope there never is a next time. Oh, the definite heroes are the people in health services. Absolutely. They are going to save the day. It won't be governments. And any government that says, oh, we did this really well and we got you through this. No, you didn't. It was the people on the ground, boots on the ground, that got us through this. What's got me is that ordinary people in the street who are using masks and gloves are throwing them on the ground instead of putting them in the bin. They're just throwing them on the ground. You know what? The world's going to hell in a handbasket. Oh, well, well, I tell you what I did notice today is that President Trump is all up in his feelings about Harry and Meghan. Instead of being worried about his countrymen and women and being more concerned about what's happening during this time of crisis, he's more concerned in saying that he will not pay for their security and they'll have to apply like everybody else. So it's nice to see his priorities. Yeah, Twitter ratings. Yeah. It's amazing how many, people's priorities are all wrong. What I have noticed about this is that people's priorities are all wrong. I honestly thought that people would be there for each other and say, right, we might not be able to get more than 6 feet closer to each other, but if you need anything, there's anything I can do for you, let me know. And I'm not seeing a huge amount of that. His press conference got great ratings like the Super Bowl. Well, whoop-de-doo. Honestly. I would like to hear more about good things being done. I know there are good things being done because I can feel it here. But we're not seeing many feel-good stories to raise people's morale. And that's what we need at times like this. We need to be raising morale instead of only ever hearing bad things. Yes, good things don't get the clicks, do they? That's the thing, isn't it? I'll let my husband tell me what's in the news. I do, I watch bits and pieces of online news. I try and pay attention to stuff that I think might inspire, fluffing the words, things that might interest you. Oh, Tommy. I'm sorry, love. Look, when you can see her, I know you will give her the biggest hugs in the world. I know it's probably not much consolation to you now, but when you do get the chance, you know, you're a very loving grandmother, you know. Yeah, can you do something like a Skype call or a FaceTime or something like that? Can you do that? You see, that's a fantastic idea, Tammy. And you can make plans with her and say, do you know what, little one? When all this is over, you and I will go out and eat, and we'll have a great time. And it'll give us something to look forward to, and it'll give you something to look forward to. See, that's what we all need. Something to look forward to. You know, something to distract us, something to get us thinking about other things. You know, I mean, I can't do a huge amount. You know, I can't get out and about and do anything. Not that I could anyway, because, you know, we're all stuck in the house. But if I can, you know, touch wood, if I can, you know, push myself, I mean, not to the point of feeling unwell, but if I could make more of an effort and find, you know, at least half an hour, you know, a day that I don't give you a video, I am going to try to be online live more, even if it's just for half an hour, and just to touch base with you all, find out how you're doing, and we can have a quick chat, quick coffee, you know. Oh, great. There's the cat's knocked over my box, all filled with my makeup. Not all my makeup. It was makeup that I put aside for today for myself, and the cat's decided to knock it all over the floor. Isn't he just wonderful? Oh, don't you just love cats? Oh, yeah, Kate, I'm fine. I just can't bend over to pick it up, that's all. You know, we are going to get through this. We really, really are. Tammy, have you watched any of Angie's videos, Angie of 4F Beauty? She does ASMR makeup. You know, she's really good. That might be something you could be interested in. Yeah, I've noticed Jeffree Star and Tana Mongoose, and well, those are the two I've seen giving money away. Yeah. Well, you know, or he gave away 30,000. Well, he can afford it. That's true. I didn't ask him for anything. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to refuse free money if it's offered to me. But I feel a bit weird asking, you know. I know maybe that's just me. I know my husband's being told he has to take a 20% pay cut starting Wednesday, 1st of April. And yeah, that's going to be fun. That means he's going to be down, I don't know, about £400, something like that. So it's not going to be great. Let's put it that way. So we'll just have to hope that, you know, I mean, I've told him it's not going to last as long as people seem to think. But I'm not going to go into any more than that. I don't want to get lopped off again. Yes, Kate, it is. Yeah, it is. So, and that's what the company's doing as well. But it'll not be for long. It won't be for long. That's true, Tammy. It's like you're caught between a rock and a hard place, aren't you? You know, it's a pity that we all can't hear each other, and you know, we could all start up a big round of 10 green bottles sitting on a wall, couldn't we? Oh, we started singing A Million Green Bottles sitting on a wall would still be here at the end of April. I would imagine. You know, that would be fun. Ah, it's okay, Candace. You know, it could be an awful lot worse, couldn't it? Could be a lot worse. I'm just very, very grateful to be with you guys. Kate, you have no idea. My heart was in my mouth when I saw you. It was like I thought my heart was going to burst. I was so relieved to see you. And I am sorry about your mum. I was thinking about that was at the back of my mind. Um, but I'm just glad to see you now. You know, oh, and we're reaching exciting bits in the series. It happens, love. It does. Don't worry about it. Tammy, I've been told loads of times I send people to sleep. My husband will tell you that I send him to sleep, and I'm not doing ASMR. I'm just talking to him. The number of times I sit and talk to my husband, next thing I know is he's snoring, and we're sitting up. So, what does that tell you? He says I'm not boring him. At least that's what he says. But no, I just wanted to do a quick live just to let you all know that, you know, I do care. I really, really do care about all of you. And I do worry about you. And thank you, Amma. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Oh, you're more than welcome, Amma. I don't just shout you out because I like you. If you do what I feel is a good thing, it's what I call a mitzvah. It's a good thing to do, you know. Or to me, do you mean I'm a calming voice? God, no, I don't take offense to that at all. Not at all. I'm just, you know what? If if you're not having the best of times and you listen to me reading a story, and if it calms you, then I'm terrifically thrilled by that, and I'm honoured. I don't know how anybody could take offence to that. I'm incredibly honoured and very, very humbled. as well. Because I know I'm not for everybody. You know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And, you know, I don't go clout chasing, and I don't, you know, I never ever beg anybody to subscribe. You know, I do say if you want to know when I've uploaded a video, it helps if you ring the bell. But what I have realised in this past couple of days is that YouTube have stopped notifying me that any of you have left a comment underneath the video. So I have to keep refreshing the page to find out if someone's left me a comment so that I can go in and answer what you've said. Otherwise, I'd never know. Now, up to last week, I would get notifications every single day. Now I'm getting nothing. And when it first happened, I was like, oh my God, has nobody come to see it? And then I went back in and found there was about 4 comments sitting waiting for me to answer. I didn't have a clue. I don't know why YouTube have done that. I get notifications from people I'm subscribed to. So I don't know. Well, I'm going to have this cigarette, guys, and then if it's okay with you, I'm going to go to bed. But I'll have this first. Oh, that happened with you as well, Amma? Right. Listen, Amma, I hope I didn't offend today with me going on about Edward VIII. It's just, I can see parallels between, I mean, not all, because it's not, obviously it's 2 different scenarios, but I could see parallels between Edward and Wallace and Harry and Meghan, except it's like the scenarios are entirely different because Wallace didn't want Edward to give up the throne. But when some letters came to light, I think some letters came to light of hers last year or the year before, it gave off the impression that Wallace wasn't maybe as in love with him as he was with her. And I often wonder now, with the benefit of hindsight, that's right, he did threaten to kill himself, Kate, that's true. I think with the benefit of hindsight, I wonder if Wallace felt pushed into marrying him because she was under so much pressure. I mean, when you think about it, she did love Ernest Simpson. She didn't want to part from him. Yes, she did want her husband back. I love you too, Candace. Are you all right, love? I wish I could hug you. But, you know, the thing is, Wallace Simpson has been very badly painted, I think. But that's easy for me to say because, you know, it was a long time. I mean, it was not far off, nearly 100 years ago now. And, you know, but the thing is, the British people really didn't know much about her. They just thought she was another one of the king's lady friends because he had a couple of other lady friends, you know, and I think they thought he'd probably never get married because there were 2 little princesses, you know, but I think they probably thought, oh, he might marry late or something like that because it was kept a hush-hush from the British people for such a long time. And the story only broke late on in the situation. But I think with the benefit of hindsight, I think that he blackmailed her into marrying by saying, if you don't stay with me, I'll kill myself. Did you? Oh, wow. Oh. Did you feel anything? Did you feel their spirits or anything hanging around? That must have been amazing. I would have loved that. I absolutely would have loved that. Oh, no ghosts. Can't have them all. Anyway, speaking of ghosts, Kate, there must be a good 3 to 4 weeks worth of I Made a Deal with an Angel, and the action's really picking up now. Now, listen to me. You lot are special. I'm going to share something with you. When the author said, don't put supernatural there anymore because it's all original stuff, what I want to tell you is there's another series coming after this one, right? Then we come on to something called the Restoration. Now, in the Restoration, ghost hunting video, me going around my bungalow with a torch. I've got a spirit box. I do actually have a spirit box. Yeah, I got one, it must have been 2 or 3 years ago. And I nearly crapped myself when I heard somebody say my name. I did. I nearly crapped myself when, I said, does anybody want to talk to me? Oh, my goodness me. Does it work? Yeah, it works. Oh, definitely. Spirit boxes do work. What's a spirit box? If you look up something called an SP7 spirit box, and what it does is it cancels out the white noise, and it's like a whole load of radio stations, but they scan through these radio stations at a very fast rate. Well, you can have it slow, but you can put it fast as well. But it's said that the spirits use the energy. They've found a way to make themselves heard. So if, say, you're in a haunted building or what have you, and you put the spirit box on and you say, is there someone there? Or you'll ask questions. Margie, yoo-hoo, hello, darling. Hello. Do you know what? You've got 5 minutes and then I'm closing down. You are late to the party. What you like? But, oh, I do, Amma. But shall I tell you something, Amma? I've had a lot of spooky carryings on in this house, and I've had things go missing, and I've had things breaking, and I've heard knockings, and I had somebody standing next to me do the loudest whistle. I hear people calling my name. Oh yeah, my kettle keeps going on and off. My favourite glass broke, but it was a glass very much like this one, and it's got a weighted bottom to it. And I had it standing up against the back wall by my sink. When we'd been out for an hour and a half, and when I came home, all this around here was smashed, completely smashed. And yet this half down was sitting perfectly upright. Now, if my cats had gone by and cracked it and it had rolled, it would have gone on the floor. But it wasn't on the floor. It was sitting bolt upright. and there was a shard of glass poking straight out. So if I put my hand down, it would have gone straight through my hand. But my jewelry goes missing. Things get moved around. We get certain smells. We get a lot of coffee. We get pipe smoke. Don't often get flowers, but many a time, one half of me will just completely freeze. Yes, Tammy, I do. Before these houses were built, my home is only, let me think, 13 years old. It's only 13 years old. Yes, Amma, I'm going to take you up on that. I'm definitely going to take you up on that. Thank you. And it was built on top of public buildings. You know, I do have very rude spirits, Dee. You're absolutely right. The thing is, it's like I've said before, if they're going to put the kettle on, do you think they'd make me a cup of tea while they were there? How rude is that? You know? Right, I've got that. Amma, thank you, love. I'm definitely going to take you up on that. So, yeah, and I forget who it was asked me in the comments. Was it just yesterday or the day before? Was I not scared when reading all the ghost stories out? And, you know, heck yes, they should pay the rent, at least half of it, considering they're moving my stuff around. If they're going to move things around, my vacuum cleaner is in the cupboard. My polishing cloths are in my drawer, you know, along with the polish. Or they can clean my windows or something like that. If they're going to do that, instead of moving my clothes around, you know, exactly. I would rather come and wake up in the morning to a nice fresh cup of tea and, you know, at least my laundry done for the day. If they're going to inhabit the home, they could at least pay their way. They don't frighten me. I'm not frightened. And to be quite honest with you, it's two people. One of them, I feel, is an elderly male, and the other one is a girl. Shall I tell you something funny, Tammy? My ex-father-in-law died November of, when was it? 2019. And I didn't know. I found out in the paper. And, but after I found out, I dreamt about him. And he was smiling at me, and then he walked away. Very short dream. But of course, we didn't speak after my divorce. And so I hadn't seen him in 20 years. But no, I dreamt about him, and he gave me a great big smile, waved at me, and then just walked away. So I got the impression from that he'd obviously probably been around me, seen that I wasn't quite as bad as I'd been painted, and probably, you know, had decided to be nice or something like that. I don't know. I haven't a clue. So, yeah. I do get nightmares, mind. I do dream about my mother. And she's been dead 8 years. I still have horrible nightmares about my mother. I could do well without her coming to visit me in my dreams. Yeah. It's nice if you've had a good relationship with someone. I think when my ex-mother-in-law died, she'll just haunt me. She's like that. You know, she was the sort of person that you would just go up to her and say, how much do you charge to haunt a house? And I mean, that was when I used to talk to her. So, I'm not a nice person. Some of the nightmares I've had about my mother have been more like night terrors, where I've woken up thinking I've had to check that I'm the age I am and that years and years have gone on and that she's dead and what have you. It's been so real. I've honestly thought I was back when I was a kid and that I hadn't grown up at all and hadn't got married or children or anything like that. There've been some pretty awful dreams. All right, Candace. I'm sassy. Yeah. Be my own worst enemy sometimes, Dee. Not perfect. But as you can see, I'm just the same live as I am on a video. I'm exactly the same. Welcome back, Celine. Where have you been? You disappeared. Do you know what? You know what keeps me going? Is the people that we've loved and lost. We will all be together again someday. I've got a large piece of amethyst. I'll use that. I tell you what, the next time I do one of my videos, I'll bring out my pieces of selenite. The others will tell you, I've got pieces of selenite. They've got to be about that big, by about thickness like that. They are massive. My selenite, I've got 2 great big thick pieces of selenite, and I've got 2 blocks of black tourmaline to protect me. They are massive, aren't they, Kate? Because you've seen them before. When I brought out all my crystals that time. Oh, I haven't got them. Oh, what am I talking about? I'll give you a quickie now. I've got a very, very small piece of selenite here. That's just the piece I keep in my, beside me. You know? But that's just a small handbag size piece. And that's that one there. What else have I got to show you? Oh, that's a piece of it's Lemurian. That's a Lemurian point right there. Yes, Celine, it is. You know, that's that one. Let's see what else have I got. I've got little pieces of citrine. They're only very tiny, but they're the real things. They're not like those sandblasted things that you get now. I've got a few pieces of citrine that I keep beside me. I mean, there's another piece there. I mean, they're only small, but I've got about 15 little pieces like that I keep beside me. Like I say, there's several little pieces. There's another Lemurian that I keep beside me. I see them as more like, I mean, they've got the striations down the side, like record keepers. So I've got them. I'll get the words out, yes. I can't remember where the rest of them are, but I know I've just got an awful lot of citrine at the bottom of my bag. I think that's those, really. Oh, I tell you what I do have. I've got a labradorite heart. Well, labradorite is very good for, I was told it was very good for psychic dreaming. I mean, that's my labradorite there. So, and it depends on the light, the way you hold it. You can see different colours going through it. I know it's bouncing a bit off the screen, but you can see there's there's different. Oh God, there we go. Whoops, fine, it's fine. Don't worry, it's fine. You can pick up different little bits of colours and stuff like that through it, you know. And this is very, very precious to me. This was sent to me by a lady who lived in Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. And that is very, very precious to me, because she passed away in October of 2003, and kidney failure. And a couple of months before she left this planet, I got this lovely little parcel one day, and I'm thinking, what's this? And Kathy sent me that little labradorite heart. So, as you can, it's never left my side since. She was a lovely lady. So, yeah, that was nice. But yes, I'll do. I did have a I'm sure I've got a video from months ago where I did one of. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Jay opening up the third eye. I did a video not so long back about different crystals and that, but I can easily do another one. But I've got a lot more. I mean, the last time when I showed you my tarot cards, I got an awful lot more tarot cards now. And one of the ones that I'm enjoying, just once I can get the flipping box open. Anyway, I can't get the box open at the moment, but it's the Akashic Tarot. I don't know if you can read that. It's the other way around. Well, anyway, it says the Akashic Tarot. So, and that's by those two people whose names are backwards, so I can't read them. Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor, the Akashic Tarot. And I've had this box open umpteen times and it is, oh, honestly, it's awful to get open. This, this one here is one of my favorites. Tower of the Haunted House. Or, you know, so it's just, yes, Tower of the Haunted House. And I absolutely love working with this one. I really do. I love the energies that come with that one. The cards are all brilliant and I absolutely love that one. What else have I got? I'm just trying to... All right. The ones I work with on a daily basis. Okay, Candice, love. I love you. And I'll see you. I'll be thinking about you tomorrow. So please stay safe. Take care of yourself. And I'll be thinking about you. We all will. We'll all be with you. Just imagine all of us with you. Night, love. Take care. Take care, darling. This set here is called the Gildan Tarot. And this is the one that is what I call my right-hand deck. And I absolutely adore this tarot. It is wonderful. I mean, here, Emma, if you're still watching, there's Harry and Meghan. Strength. That one there. That's the one that you've got with your Rider-Waite that you use. Well, there's Harry and Meghan, you know. But that's the Gildan Tarot. And these are the ones that I use for my readings when I do them. I mean, here we have the Empress. And I love that. The major arcana cards are all stunning. They're all absolutely stunning. But like I say, I mean, here are the Lovers. You see that one? You know? The artwork's beautiful. Really gorgeous. So I do like that very much. So, and do you know what my favorite card is? I mean, apart from the Empress, because that's the one that's happy with you. My favorite card in the tarot deck is the Ten of Cups. I love this card because it represents home and family. And it always reminds me of the sign of Cancer. But I've always felt a huge affinity with this card. You know? But I absolutely love. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I just do. I absolutely love it. I do love it. So this is my Trust You. What, me read for you, Amma? Oh, I'm not as good as you, love. I'm sort of an amateur. You know, When you talk about oracle cards, can I share with you my wonderful Sans Souci cards? My oracle cards. These are, they've all got these different pictures on, but they have the meanings at the bottom. So this one's called the Nanny. St. Mungo Mary Poppins. And when you pull that one, it says education, assertiveness, equal rights, social class, emancipation, children, home life, and housework. So, isn't that pretty? Isn't it? But these are called the Sans Souci. This one, I don't know what you think of this one. This one is called The Ghosts of the Past. And if you look at that one, it's actually a Dybbuk box. And of course, we all know what a Dybbuk box is. And there's obviously the ghosts coming out of the Dybbuk box there. And it says, the past is catching up with you to escape. There's no escape for you. Outrageous penance, payday, revenge. Well, thank you, Emma. Jay will tell you I'm very, very self-deprecating. He tells me off for that. He says I shouldn't be. But I mean, that in itself, that's a spooky card. But you know, but I mean, this one you're going to think is weird. This one is called the Soul Eater. You seen this? Look at that. A Dybbuk box, Celine. Dee, stop it. That's so not a pic of you. That was taken of me just this afternoon before I put my makeup on. There can't be two of us look like that. This one means control, computation, uneasiness, helplessness, violation of confidentiality, stalking, complicated situation with many details, facets, afraid of people. Yeah, we're twins, Dee. There you go then. No, a Dybbuk box, it's DYBBUK. And it's linked to Judaism. And a Dybbuk is a being that you can get to do your will. It's a bit like, in a sort of way, it's a bit like a golem. But golems are different. You can make a golem out of mud. And then it will take on human form and it'll do your bidding for you, but it's only for evil purposes. And golems sort of protect their creators. So if I made a golem and then somebody was going to come after me, then the golem would go and destroy that other person. But, you know, who's going to believe, well, it wasn't me who killed that person. It was actually somebody made out of mud, you know, so I'd get locked up for it. But anyway, that is. Right. So, anyway, there's a couple of my ones that I have, but I will do a video one day on my tarot collection if anyone's interested, and I'll redo my crystals collection at the same time if anybody would like to see that. So I will. And I think that was all that I wanted to share with you tonight. The other one that I did want to show you, I think, is too down at the bottom of my bag. So I'll save that till next time, because I don't know if any one of you have heard of the Dark Miracle Oracle deck. Have you ever heard of the Dark Mirror? Well, I've got the Dark Mirror, so I will share that with you next time. The Dark Mirror is, if you're looking into something, if you want to get onto, if you want to know what someone's getting up to, and if you want to get an assessment of their character, you would pull up the Dark Mirror. And if you want to know what they were about, you know. So but I'll do more another time. But on that happy note, I am going to have to bid you guys good night, because it is well past my bedtime, and we golems need our sleep. Like reading other people instead of your own reading. Not quite sure what you mean about that, love. Sorry, it's just me being probably being a bit tired. Kate, I love you. And I am me cheering you up. You've cheered me up. So, the Dark Mirror. The Dark Mirror Oracle deck is the sort of deck that you would use if you wanted to see like the side of someone's character, you know. I am going to do more live, Steve. Honestly, I've been so lax. I don't know why I've not done it so often, but I'm going to try and get back into the swing, especially, you know, in these times, because I think we all need cheering up, you know. Yes, I hope everyone has a beautiful evening, a beautiful night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Just remember that you are loved, that you are not alone, and you will see me tomorrow via video. But it's been lovely being able to chat with you tonight. So I'm going to say good night. Love you all. And Layla Tov, hiya. And have a Shavua Tov as well, my darling. Love to all of you. Good night, everybody. Good night.